dawn ng smartphones at computers, the world of gaming emerged as a powerful force that extended far beyond just fun and play. Higit sa mga makatotohanang graphics at detalyadong storylines, ang paglalaro ngayon ay may kakayahan na ring makaapekto at makapagpabago ng pagkatao at estado natin sa buhay. Good afternoon, Rich Takers! I am China Barachina. Follow me and together, let's follow the money.
Time to think rich. Be inspired by personal stories of success. Learn to invest without fear and greed. Ride the latest business trends. Dream big. Dare to be the Philippines' next billionaire. I'm China Barachina. Follow me. Let's follow the money. Only here on Billionaire Digital.
Computer games na madalas ay puno ng challenges at puzzles ay nagsisilbing breeding ground for the development of problem-solving skills. Games teach us to analyze situations, think critically, and adapt to unexpected obstacles. Bukod pa rito, marami sa mga multiplayer games ngayon ang humuhubog sa teamwork at collaboration skills ng kabataan even beyond the virtual space. Sa murang edad, they learn how to communicate effectively, coordinate actions, at higit sa lahat, highlight and trust each other's strengths. Kilalanin ang founder ng isang gaming group na nagsimula sa paglilibot sa iba't ibang computer shops sa buong kapuluan upang dumayo at subukin ang pinakamalakas na gamers sa bansa hanggang sa tuluyan ng makilala bilang Mineski. This is big time. Big as in business inspiring guest.
Life is not a video game. Or is it? While there is no restart button, the concept of leveling up and going through the process somehow mirrors real-life experiences. Learn how our special guest proved to everybody that being a pro gamer is a profitable career too. From competing locally and internationally, he and his team are now playing a much bigger role in the future of esports, not just in the Philippines, but across the world. It's game time, only here on Big Time by Follow the Money.
Hello, Ronald Robbins. Welcome to Follow the Money.
Hello, Tina. Thank you for having me.
You know what? I'm so excited. Alam ko maraming makaka-relate kasi usually ng mga nanonood sa amin sa Follow the Money is either a gamer or a trader at sila rin yung mga nag-uusap na yan. And I personally have seen, yung growth ng paglalaro ng Dota, paglalaro ng mga iba't ibang games. And bago natin simulan, kamusta naman ang bagong taon sa'yo, Ronald?
Very good. 2023 to 2024. It's been a very good new year. No? Spent a lot of time with family. Everybody around me is very healthy. Walang masama pang nangyayari. So that in itself is already a very good indicator of a good year.
Yeah, sabi ko nga there are a lot of things na nangyari ng 2023 and by being just, na chill ka lang, it's actually a very good blessing na steady lang sa dami ng nangyari. Now, let's talk about inception of Mineski. Kasi I came across this intriguing article about the genesis of the name Mineski, and which apparently emerged from a vivid dream you had. Sa panaginip na yon, nakasakay ka sa eroplano na magka-crash with a flight attendant calling you by name Mineski. Could you take us back to that dream? Kailan to nangyari? And was there a particular event or circumstances in your life that led you to this dream? Like, ano yung naisip mo bago mo tingin mo na napanaginipan mo siya?
At that time, I was still in university. I went to LaSalle and me and my friends were starting to go to cafes para maglaro ng games. And at that time, of course, you would start to think, ano ba ang name mo dapat? Of course, everybody just puts their nickname as IGN in game name. And then there was this night where it was very vivid. Na, I even remember, nasa third row pa nga ako nun eh. And the plane was about to crash and somebody tapped my shoulder and called me, Mr. Mineski, wake up. No? Tapos pagising ko, yun na. Sabi ko, okay yung parang Russian na tunog yung pangalan. So, the next day, pinalitan ko yung in-game name ko to Raw Mineski, which is kung ano yung first na letters ng name ko. No? So, that's how it started. And a lot of my friends thought that it was cool. So, naglagay na rin sila ng Mineski na karugtong dun sa first initials ng name nila.
Every gamer loves a good underdog story. And napanood ko yung mga previous na when I was trying to get to know you, na nakitaan mo na parang kawawa yung side na nandun, kung saan ka nandun. And can you share some of the epic struggles ng Mineski face on its early days? Because, I've read you're always winning in the local tournaments sa Pilipinas, to the point na naban na kayo from joining. So what was the missing link? Anong kulang?
The struggles actually starts before we started to win, no? Because when you commence your journey, we were lucky enough to start strong, but tournaments weren't really there to somehow be able to provide for the team overhead, no? Of course, a lot of the members in the team, we need to feed ourselves. Ang nangyari kasi, I had to sponsor several of those members through our journey. And I was lucky enough to have my brother support me. I would remember nights na maglalaro kami, tapos super happy na namin na may McDonald's kami makain on midday. So, nililibre lang kami ng brother ko. Kasi, ito, para dun sa tournament nyo, ganito, ganyan.
Older brother yan.
Brother ko, si Rick, yes. He's also a partner dito sa business. And going through that, it's really difficult when you're in a industry that there's no key stakeholders that are supposed to be there. No? Sports in general, and how we relate the esports journey. When we started to play, kasi we had to do everything ourselves. Walang venue, walang managers na marunong, wala pang coaches at that time. Self-managed kami lahat. Pagkatapos, minsan hindi mo nalalaman na may kailangan palang gawin. So may administration yun, di ba? So we had to do that as well while having no sponsors. And I'm just a student at that time, funding 5 people, no, as we were transitioning. Marami kasing stages.
5 kayong pioneers.
Yes, when we started talaga, we were mostly students from LaSalle. As the time passed by, nagkaroon na ng parang bonding ng mga malalakas na mga players, no? So may kailangan na ng parang sponsorship from within. And ano lang na mga na-afford namin dati, simple lang. We had to win tournaments to eat. We were at that level, no, in terms of the struggle, and it's quite motivating actually to have this kind of difficult environment, kasi lalo kami nasisindihan na we have to be better, kasi this is not something na a nice to have. Kung nag-champion kayo sa Saturday, hindi yan dagdag trophy. Kumaga pang chicken joy namin yan sa Sunday.
Nung nagsisimula kayo, in terms of support naman, both support from the government and support from your own family, sabi mo yung kuya mo gives you budget para sa food. How was it like to defend computer gaming as something that you love? Kasi I don't think that you were doing this before because you will earn from it. I think, is it correct? You're doing it because you love doing it. And because of gaming, especially during that time, I guess, was never considered to be a winning career for young people. Madalas nga pinapagalitan pa yun ng mga nanay, di ba? Na parang, Dota ka, nag-Dota, walang mangyayari sa pag-aaral mo, mga ganyan. Sino yung nakarelate doon? Di ba? So it's a form of distraction. Was there a personal urge within you na ginusto mo talagang patunayan sa mga tao na may future to?
Yes, definitely. It starts even with my household. No? Parents ko mismo, they were like, what are you doing? dapat magtrabaho ka na, parang ganyan. So I was like, this is gonna be a very challenging discussion. Syempre, in a Chinese family kasi, it's not usual that you can talk back to your parents on what you see is right and wrong. Kumbaga, makikinig ka lang and so on. Ang feeling ko kasi at that time, hindi lang ako, kundi marami ring gamers na nag-aspire. And my mission was to create a future for gamers talaga. After playing, I firmly believe that there's a lot of things that you learn in a competitive environment that teaches you a lot of life skills and even builds your network early on at a young age, that you already have a lot of friends and people you play with overseas that actually eventually, fast forward 20 years after, naging business partners ko rin yon sa Malaysia, sa Thailand, sa Indonesia. So in that time, when you look into why I really the belief, it's because nobody else did. Nobody else thought that it was worth fighting for. No? So there's a lot of gamers that were actually earlier than myself. They went through that. Ang assessment nila, oh, passion ko to, pero I need to get back to the real world and so on. Ako naman, hindi, itong passion na to can become a real world also. Not just for one, but for many. So yun yung gasoline and drive ko at that time. It's
Hindi lang
because,
siya basta hobby. Hindi lang siya basta hobby that na
yes.
pang second priority. Alam mo ba, we cheered for all Mineski nail-biting matches na yan. And what would you say to the clutch moment that made Mineski level up in the esports world? Anong pakiramdam mo na makita mo na nagbubunga na lahat na, hay, napapansin ka na, ay, ini-invite ka na. I mean, for a gamer, lagi yung nakastock sa kwarto, pero I think you are a traveling gamer, traveler ka na gamer, so which is not usual pag sa mga nagsisimula pa lang, no? Ano ka ba? Extrovert ka ba? Introvert?
I would say na introvert na extrovert din.
Ambivert.
Oh, yeah.
Ambivert.
Yeah. So
Usually sa gamer, introvert eh.
yes, maraming hirap
Okay.
mag-communicate, yung social skills. But recently, dahil nandiyan na yung mga tools, no, it's something that actually makes that open as well. Kasi dahil meron ng mga communication tools like Discord. To give you some context dun sa question mo on that very specific clutch moment. 20 years, I'm already in the industry 20 years. So in my first 5 years, I was a player myself, competing, grinding every day, training in boot camps, and then competing against local, eventually international tournaments. On the second 5 years, that was when I used my experience and somehow management skills that I learned in school, and also combining that with the competitive environment in esports to actually manage and set structures already for professional teams. No, marami tayong mga network effect na naging outcome doon. So eventually the people that are actually managing the successful esports teams today was also working together with us in the past. No, either sila yung operations head, sila yung manager, sila yung marketing. So that's
Buo
already,
na.
yes. So nagkakaroon ng mentoring and network effect. And in the latter half of that 10 years, I've been really focusing on sustainability of the ecosystem. This is very important for new sports, especially for us, na what we are building, what we built in the past first 10 years would be sustainable for the next 100 years. Yan naman yung gusto natin. It is a very unique point in time where you are born, where there's a new sport that actually is created. Kumbaga, the last sport that was new was 100 plus years ago nung nagawa yung basketball o football. Like recently, meron na namang mga pickleball, di ba? So, nandun tayo sa part na yung digital natives, kung ano man yung hobby nila, nagiging sport kasi siya. So, yung clutch moments in every chapter actually is different. But when I was a player myself, winning the Philippine qualification, competing overseas, being invited the first ever the international one as a manager with
Oo,
a
anong
team.
feeling nun? Grabe, international na nai-invite.
Direct invite tayo when Dota 2 was launched. In the whole world, there were only 16 teams invited. Mineski Dota
Wow.
was part of that. Through that journey, ang dami nating clutch moments. Our League of Legends team made it to the World Championship in 2013. Sila na mga estudyante doon. So gulat na gulat yung mga commentators tsaka yung mga fans doon sa Amerika. Sino ba itong mga to? So,
Mga
it was
paslip.
marami tayong clutch moments in different times, but yun, one thing that is really important is yung sa mindset, connecting into the thought, is that we created a very firm belief and commitment towards what our mission was, even though nobody was doing it. So for me, that's a clutch decision that was made. It was risky, but fast forward until today, it was the commencement of why Philippines and Southeast Asia is actually now ahead in a lot of regions, especially when it comes to esports. Tayo na ang hinog, hindi tayo yung sumusunod.
Tayo na yung
Tayo
sinusundan.
sunod, yes.
Ang galing. So, ito, from being a hobby, and then you're passionate about it, paano na-change yung mindset mo for it becoming a real full-on business? Kasi 'di ba, from LAN cafes, traveling all over the Philippines to compete, international standout moments, 'di ba, yung evolution mo from being a gamer to businessman, paano mo, I mean, ano yung pinaka-nostalgic for you, and how do you cherish those moments, and paano ka nag-evolve? Nakita mo yung sarili mo nag-evolve mo in terms of, decision making, checking on opportunities?
As a player myself, I would say I was a very good player, but I was a better manager. And then what we lacked at that time was a very good business perspective. Kasi there's a limit to what influence we can advocate if we don't become successful ourselves. So in 2009, I decided to, at that time I was at peak pa, we were playing with the likes of Kuroki, yung mga sikat pa even all the way to the past few years sa Dota 2. That was like, 13, 14 years ago na. Bata pa sila noon, mga kalaban namin sila. So, bata pa. And at that point in time, when stopped playing in 2009, I really committed a different role naman to find means in growing the business and the industry in general. So we created a lot of business ventures that needed others to actually propagate. So nung meron ng mga ibang professional teams, we let go of our professional teams na. So meron din kami mga talents before, yung mga casters, kasi wala naman sila dati. Nung may iba nang gumagawa, nilet go na rin namin yun kasi we know that they can do already all of those pieces. We were trying to build Lego pieces that were non-existent at that time in the past 10 years para mabuo to what it is today. I would really have like a very big somehow look back into those times na what could have happened if we tried to do everything ourselves? What could have happened if we created an ecosystem na maraming actually na ma-attract din na either investors, talent, and business people around the industry? Because that is very, very important. It cannot be a single organization's hobby kasi. Ang gamers kasi, there's one thing in common. Everybody knows how to win.
Everybody knows how to win.
Win. So winner mentality ang tawag. It's just like in sports or in competitive environment. Ang winner mentality kasi, you never come into something knowing that, not knowing how to win. So that's something that a lot of us that are currently in different work or in their stages of their life today, that's how it's being applied universally. So in that regard, how do you win when you want to do something? Like, it depends on what you are currently focused on. But yan ang nag-a-align sa amin lahat. So a lot of the gamers that I have been meeting recently na nag-reunion kami. So there are successful lawyers, doctors, business people, and there's a lot of others just to really be open as well. May nakikita ako yung mga dati naming tournament participants, waiter siya sa isang restaurant or they work elsewhere. And when you have that conversation with them, no matter what part of society they are, they're still at that tone that they remember all of those energy and fun and in the journey that we have spent together in that time when they were still competing.
Ano yung top 3 mo na you've learned that this is the skills that you develop?
So in the game that I play specifically, kasi every game is different. For us sa Dota, teamwork is definitely at the top. Teamwork is one. And without the clear understanding of how to actually work with other people, it's something that I realize that sometimes it's very easy to forget na kung paano mo siya ginagawa. Kasi if you're also a solo, strong individual performer, you tend to think that the teamwork element is actually less needed. Therefore, there needs to be a surface of management. Oftentimes, even in business or even in Dota, you would have that super high-skilled player na matigas ang ulo.
Yeah.
Right? So it gives you that level of maturity. That would be the next one. In having that advanced lesson when you're young, you have experience that you have already garnered. Experience and maturity is something that gamers actually get advanced dibs. Kasi usually, di ba, aral ka, sports ka, so you learn what it feels like to lose. And then you have all of those challenges that would sharpen yourself as you grow up. But as gamers, lagi yan eh. Lagi kang talo, lagi kang ano bang dapat gagawin, kailangan ko ng tulong, and so on. So that already shapes how you actually grow, even though you're young. No? It can start as young as 8, 9 years old. I have daughters now na 11, ilang years na sila nag-game.
Grabe, hindi halata. Mukha kang bata.
So yun, we have the teamwork and then yung experience na nakuha doon sa environment. And of course, the mindset or the winning mindset. That makes it a very like a generalistic statement, but gamers, diskarte ang tawag dyan eh. Whatever you do, hindi ka napapasok doon na hindi mo alam anong gagawin. Dapat alam mo yung diskarte para manalo ka. Wala namang
How about naman, Ron, in terms of alam ko kasi, yan, number 1 yan eh. I was supposed to ask you, yung diskarte. If you are a gamer, walang gamer na hindi madiskarte, tama. Ngayon, yung in terms of, saan mo kinuha yung diskarte mo? Do you have like a mentor? I mean,
meron,
years and up to now, sino yung mentor mo? Can you share with us about like your relationship with your mentor?
In different stages of in the past 20 years, nung student pa ako, nung nasa Mineski, all the way up to now, I have several mentors. Mentor can be as simple as people around you in family that you ask advice that are much more experienced than you are. On the second chapter of my life, the second 5 years is like 2010 to 2015 na time. That's a time when I got married already in 2010. So the conversations that I have with my partner is also very important. And then you get connected again to several people that can give you the knowledge and the experience. One thing that was very pivotal is when I got my first executive coach, si Nemi Lim. Props to Nemi. I've been referring a lot of our key executives in the organization to get coached. His approach is very specific. And one thing that truly inspires me is yung proceeds pa niya doon sa coaching. Dinodonate pa niya yun sa charity. And
wow.
He's already retired, he's already made, and he has experience in managing a multinational company in the Philippines. And that was where we were headed. So usually the mentors that come in different times of my life is where I feel where I'm headed, I need to get that relationship with the person that's already been there and done that. Kasi knowledge you can just learn and read, but experience is something that's very different. Experience is the amount of failures that the person has gone through is equal to that experience, di ba?
Do you have still time to like stop being a business man and just, play just like the old times?
The past 10 years, I play in a more, what you call, less time uh, demanding games. So casual games. I play casual games with my kids. Nalaro rin kami ng Marvel Super War. MOBA yun. I'm teaching them some things that I have also been doing before. But yung mga games sa mahaba, I already have a lot of things that I need to attend to, like health, family. So medyo challenging na yung mahaba, but I still find pocket times to do that kasi iba naman.
What kind of mark do you hope that Mineski leaves in the esports world? And what personally are your wildest dreams for the future of gaming and esports, not just in the Philippines, not just in Asia, but across the world, with Mineski leading and taking charge?
For me, Mineski's purpose really is the building the sustainable ecosystem. For us, we want other stakeholders to prosper. We want to make sure that we build the appropriate pieces to make it successful. Mineski has been known through the past years as different things. To start with, most of our fans actually know Mineski as a professional esports team. So that's when I started 2004, and we actually ceased operations in 2018 after winning the Dota 2 Asian Championship in Shanghai Major. So, and we have also gotten into the retail side of things. So majority of the Gen Z now, if they actually know Mineski, the first thing that they would ask, saan branch ka naglaro? So Mineski Infinity was the biggest cyber cafe chain that provided technology for gamers at a fraction of the cost. No? Sa halagang 20 pesos, you can use 50,000 peso computers, air condition, at very fast internet.
Wow.
And it was something that was also impactful. May iba rin na nag-aaral sa cafes kasi walang computer sa bahay, mahal yung internet at that time, even up to now. So we had that business 2008 until the pandemic. We reached 140 stores, reaching annually 1 billion pesos in turnover, and we were catering to more than 5 million members. Umabot kami ng 100 stores within Philippines, and we had Thailand, Malaysia, and Indonesia as well. Kasi what we were doing here was being sought for in other countries as well. Okay, paano mo nagagawa yan? Paano kayo sobrang daming tournaments and resources to upskill your players? Ito, meron kasing sustainable business instead of, them getting their computers at home, spending 40,000 pesos. Dito, yung 40,000, di maubos yan kahit 5 taon. By the time, bumili ka na ng computer in the 3rd year kasi nanluma na yung computer mo. So, we find those ways to make sure that it's always a win-win. Hindi yung kumakabig lang, kundi may purpose yung businesses namin sa overall grand scheme of things.
Alam mo, observing you, like how you put level 1 to level 2, you always have this focus, may tina-target ka na isolve. And eto, tatapusin, segue na ako sa next natin. Pero, gusto ko tong tanong sa'yo personally. Sabi nga daw nila, every man's success, there is a woman behind it. Yung bang wife mo, gamer din? How did you meet her?
Pero hawak niya ang controller ng buhay ko.
Kasi baka, I think, baka month of February na to. So, para may insert natin ng konti. Siyempre, hindi naman ka puro games. I mean, game is a pleasure game, pero iba pa din, diba? So there's and how does she support you in the quest for that the empire that you're building?
So my wife actually handles finance, and there are some departments in the organization that actually gets requirements from the trust versus the competency perspective. Kasi di ba, yun yung mahirap nga i-measure kasi sabi nila, how do you reward or measure trust versus performance? And may matrix pa yan, di ba, what type of people we want in the organization. So when we have that, the culture of it in that department kasi spreads in the work with that kind of the environment of full trustworthy, syempre, kasi kilala mo yung tao doon. And that's a lot. There's a lot of things that she does, even sa bahay. Like I would be very knowledgeable when it comes to business, what needs to be done at work. Pero sa bahay, I'm the worst. Like, hindi ko nga alam minsan kung ano yung address namin eh. So, yung mga, and this is connected to the subject matter of mindset. No? I've mastered the art of somehow, how do you call it? Delegation of specific things that is somehow often misunderstood as being neglectful.
Mhm.
So, personal administration ko at saka yung anything sa house, hindi ko talaga iniisip yan. So,
Alright.
that's where my wife and the team in the house actually supports that gap.
Ayan, so ito na yung tapos na tayo sa serious part, Ron. We will switch to what we call the fast talk.
Ako baka bumagsak ko dito.
So on top of mind, no right or wrong answer, just say it. Since you are into the digital world, saan mo mas pipiliin mag-invest? Stock market or cryptocurrency?
Crypto.
Pinakamalakas na nakalaban locally?
Nakalaban sa game?
Oo. Na natatandaan mo pa?
Oh, syempre. Team Papi.
Oh, Team Papi, shout out. Pinakamalakas naman nakalaban internationally?
MYM.
Kapag hindi ka naglalaro, ano ang second most favorite hobby or pastime mo?
Golf.
One short advice sa mga estudyante na habang nag-aaral at gusto ding paghusayin yung skill sa e-gaming.
Discipline. That's for sure. At saka knowing how to utilize what you have learned is very, very important. Kasi
Biggest
often-
bet? Sorry. One-liner lang. Fast talk lang.
One word lang ang answer.
Yeah. Biggest bet sa computer shop before? Estimate lang.
Biggest what?
Bet mo. Yung biggest na bet mo sa coffee shop before, sa mga internet shop before, computer shops.
Before yung mga fans namin, at saka kasi usually sa teams, no, mga fans yung nag-ano yan eh. Mabot kami ng mga 200,000.
Wow! Ano ang isang bagay na kaya mong ipahiram pero hindi mo kayang ibigay?
Kayang ipahiram na hindi kayang ibigay. Mga anak ko.
Kaya mo ipahiram. Yeah. Yes or no? Asset ba ang mamahaling gaming computer?
Asset?
Oo, asset ba siya?
Yes.
Eto, pumili lang ng isa. Most expensive house in the world, most expensive car in the world, or most advanced and most expensive PC in the world?
What's a pixie? Sorry.
PC, personal computer.
A PC? Syempre house.
House, okay. So, eto, we all ask our audience this. Complete the sentence in accordance to your truth, not necessarily from the Bible kasi it was the context was taken out from there. Complete the sentence, money is the root of all blank.
Money is the root of all... Pwede ko may rephrase?
Oo naman, sige lang. Money is the root of all blank.
Okay. Kasi, okay, baka may... Sige, i-answer ko lang. Money is the root of all journeys. Kasi yung nasa isip ko, money is a mere tool or gasoline for you to use to achieve your goal. So,
Nice. Ayan. Yeah, good. That's good. All right. So now we roll on to ito naman the last part of our interview. This is what we call Money Fest. And what are your 3 Ascenso tips?
okay, so tips for
Yeah.
for the audience. Yun, I was
Yes.
explaining earlier pero napaaga lang. So, when you invest your time, there's a very specific thing that I want to start with. Time and money are both resources that you have. And when you invest time in gaming, like myself, you have to understand what are the key things that you have learned and how to transform that It's either getting connected to several people or your friends. And what do you do together? Is that more of a leisure time or pamparelax? And there's nothing wrong with that. Or it can be, what can you build together as business, which I did in the past because it was something that was missing. Um, Spending time in games is really not all that bad. There's also a lot of good to that. People would say that it's addicting. It would be a detrimental cause of your growth and success. I totally disagree with that statement because anything can be addictive. No? I know of people that are addicted to a lot of certain things. If they play too much basketball, anything that is too much is not good. So that's my advice, number one, is that make sure that you know how to bring out the investment of time in anything that you do. That's the first one. My second piece of advice would actually be pertaining to understanding different stages in life. And this is very important for me, timing. Timing is something that you can change a certain answer to a question in different time. Medyo malalim to. So if you would ask a 60-year-old business person on his or her priorities versus that of a 25-year-old, very different ang perspective ng life just because of the timing of the life that you ask them, on their priorities. So it goes same on how you should make your decisions. In terms of timing, everything is different. Like getting into a certain business, say for example, or into an investment, it depends on timing. Like investing crypto today and 10 years ago, iba yun. Diba? So there's a lot of things that come along your way. And even as I was sharing earlier, that I had different mentors in different stages of my life as well.
Yeah, you said that.
If you're young and then you have a mentor that is a little bit off to your next chapter, medyo wala kang makakapit nun. So the decision of choosing a mentor is also very important.
Crucial.
And then third is always learning to tumingin kung saan ka nanggaling. No? Kasi Bisaya kasi ako, sorry, kaya medyo nagta-translate pa.
Humility.
Yung alam mo kung sino yung tumulong sa'yo at a certain point in time, knowing your roots, kung saan ka galing, ano yung core values mo. Don't get blinded by, things that you have today that would eventually transform your core values to be the new you, because understanding your old and original core values is very, very important. Marami tayong nakukuha dun sa family, sa religion natin, sa group of friends. Hindi maganda yung tipong, kasi meron ka na, tapos hindi mo mabasa. Yung school friends mo, so may pera ka na or whatever. You have to know where you come from, and that brings you a lot more spiritual na feeling, which is very important for your mental health as well. Because in business, it can be very, very tough when you are tackling problems yourself. Yung utak natin medyo. So very, very important spiritual and values para mag-drive yung sanity. So yun. Again, to recap, first is yung investment mo. May that be time or money. You have to understand how to utilize that properly. Second is everything that has timing, actually change the way that you see things. And third is yung share ko. So all of that three, I think, would already somehow ground yourself to a good foundation, and also open yourself to a higher ceiling and potential if you ground yourself with your core values and your roots, but knowing that there are different timings in life and that everything that you invest, time or money, can help you grow. It's a balance of a floor and a high ceiling kind of a discussion. You can apply this, may that be in business or in personal.
Sobrang bitin, Ron, pero thank you so much. I mean, I was excited in the beginning of this interview, and now yung parang all of the things that you've mentioned, alam mo, core mo is discipline talaga and focus. That's what I see in you. And I really hope that marami pang marating at matulungan ang ma-inspire ang Mineski. And I hope I'll see you in person and like I really want to get to know the team as well. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence today, Ronald.
All right, Gina, thank you. Glad to have shared my experience.
Rich takers, there you have it, Mr. Ronald Robbins of Mineski. Kung ikaw ay isang gamer at madalas ka rin namang nakababad sa computer or cellphone, bakit hindi mo subukan ang pagtitrade? Online trading has made the Philippine stock market accessible to more and more people. Ang kailangan mo lang isang device, isang account at kagustuhang matuto. Palaguin palalo ang naipon mong pera galing sa paglalaro o di kaya ay gamitin ang stock market para kumita ng pera at matustusan ang medyo may kamahalan ding hobbies na online gaming. Anong stock ba ang magandang bilhin at palaguin this year of 2024? Find out as we welcome another guest trader only here on Fearless Forecast.
In the high stakes of world of finance, where foresight shapes fortunes, one man stands out for his keen market acumen. Meet Andoy Beltran, the fearless forecaster from First Metro Securities. With an arsenal of certifications from Treasury to Securities and Risk Management, Andoy's insights cut through market noise, offering clarity and direction. He's not just about predictions, he's about creating pathways for investment success, armed with the years of expertise and a bold vision for the future. Get ready to navigate the financial currents with precision and confidence. As we stand on the brink of tomorrow, prepare for a journey into the economic possibilities of 2024. Let's take a look at Andoy's fearless forecast for the year 2024.
And we want to welcome our guest for today. And I'm so happy that he's finally said yes to me. I want to welcome Andoy Beltran of First Metro Securities. Hi, Andoy!
There you go. Maraming salamat again, Sheena. Of course, it's actually supposed to be me. Thanking you for the opportunity. So it's been a while since we last got in touch, but I'm super happy and given the opportunity, to share insights and of course to, be able to add value to your followers most importantly.
And Andoy, Happy New Year! It's gonna be the start of a brand new year, 2024, and I know for sure our viewers would like to know what's your forecast for 2024.
Yeah, absolutely. Parang what usually comes with New Year's, really, of course, New Year's resolutions. You'd like to rebalance your portfolio. You'd like to take a look at your risk reward ratios and check ano ba, aligned pa ba yung laman ng portfolio ko versus my goals, no? But of course, with First Metro Sec, Sheena, what we normally do is we look at it from a again macro perspective. If we're going to recall 2023, the theme, the general idea really was the government slowing down economic activities, and the overall the overall impact dito is they'd like to taper yung inflation environment natin. So that being said, transitioning to 2024, our focus is on companies making money, basically, by way of two themes, no? Ang gusto naming makita dito is, China, yung pera natin, ilagay natin doon sa mga kumpanya, prioritizing defense, no? The defensive names. And then most importantly, would also like to seek out companies generally paying decent dividends and paying decent dividends on a consistent basis. So that being said, I have actually three favorites. No? Let's begin with income. Let's begin with MREIT. No? Next slide. you talk about the REIT space, it's very important that we keep in mind. It's giving us basically two streams of income. Let's not talk about capital appreciation. Again, from a fundamental standpoint, parang they really are poised for growth naman. But what we really love about REITs is the fact that they're giving us regular dividends. Again, from the REIT law context, 90% of their distributable income, pwede nating paghati-hatian yon. And from a liquidity standpoint, it's giving us regular quarterly dividends. So parang instead of you opting to have an apartment complex constructed, instead of you going into Airbnb, you might want to look into REITs investing, kasi instead of you dealing with tenants, instead of you dealing with the stress of having something constructed, regular stream of income with you doing what you love doing, with you continuing to do what you love to do, no? So going back to MREIT, very appealing si Mega World REIT for us because ang nakikita namin sa kanila is of course they're going to benefit from what we see, a Fed pivot, a Fed pause, no. The results may be mixed because of that stance. Hindi lahat ng REITs magbe-benefit, no. Hindi lahat ng dividend paying names magbe-benefit because of course inflation, because of the prolonged strict monetary policy. But with the economy slowing down as a result of this, and with inflation seen to ease this year, 2024, sorry, that's my kid. Hold on. Are you guys hearing the
No,
background
actually
noise?
hindi naman.
Oh, sorry. Sige. So let's go back, no. So again, when we talk about having multiple streams of income, ang favorite talaga namin dito would be REITs, again because they give us the best of both worlds. We have
Andoy, just to take a step back a little, for our viewers, since a lot of them are probably new or doesn't have like an idea what a REIT is a real estate investment trust. Kung ang
yes.
stocks, nakikipag-partner ka sa mga companies by buying shares, ito para kang merong, sige nga Andoy, can you explain further what a REIT is and what type of stock it is? Kasi it can be considered as a type of stock.
That's right. Again, REITs, China, it's the newest kid on the block. Yung REITs natin dito sa Pilipinas, it was actually passed into law October 2020 lang. So it's really that fresh, no. With stocks, for example, with Ayala Land, no, it's very different from Ayala REIT because with Ayala Land as a stock, you're actually buying shares of stocks of the publicly listed corporation named Ayala Land Incorporated. With Ayala REIT, you're actually buying ownership of the actual real estate property, the actual income-generating real estate property, without having to spend fortunes, without having to spend, thousands of pesos, millions of pesos to basically have one constructed. So parang yun yung hybrid feature ng REITs. That's also the reason why it's very attractive, especially for the younger investors, because it gives them a taste of real estate investing without having to, again, spend a fortune. And in the Philippines right now, China, we have, to my recollection, about seven real estate investment trusts. Hopefully this year, madagdagan yan. But among the seven, we have two. We have two favorites. Mega World REIT being one of them. No? So going back to the reason why I'm really heavy on Mega World REIT. MREIT, for example, from a numbers perspective, it gives us about 8.3% yield. And in comparison to, for example, the 10-year Philippine bond doing 6.3%, this is giving us a premium. So again, hybrid. Parang for those of you guys who are really looking forward to starting 2024 on a high note, you might want to consider or perhaps reconsider adding REITs into your portfolio. Yun nga, so you get price appreciation, at the same time regular dividends. And when it comes to dividends, it's no joke. 8.3% is no joke as an investment vehicle. Now, why?
Even if
Ano
you
yung
compare it to
justification?
digital banks, no? Even if you
Again,
compare it, even if you compare it to digital banks, it's still in the above average range. Ayan,
Absolutely.
It's 8% yield. Yeah.
Exactly. Parang this is giving you, double the money of a regular special time deposit. Most big banks are giving you guys right now, no. So ayun. We are very much into MREIT because of its, again, dividend play. We believe bond yields will decrease, especially when the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas starts to ease up on its policies. Additionally, from a fundamental standpoint naman, Sheena, we also like MREIT because according to the management, because of course we're in constant communication with our clients, no, directly. So at least alam namin yung moves nila, alam namin yung mga plans nila moving forward. By end of 2024, they ended 2023 with about 325,000 square meters of gross leasable area, and that's a lot, no. But the goal for this year, from 325, 500,000 square meters of gross leasable area. So they're
Almost double.
really looking for expansion, exactly. And they are looking to expand because not just because gusto nilang magkaroon ng land bank, not just because they want to expand. They're looking to expand because there's really demand for their properties. And lastly, siguro with MREIT, what really like about MREIT is the fact that it's giving us a totally different type of experience, kasi hindi lang sila real estate developer. They're really giving us a community feel dun sa mga development nila. So
I can
MREIT
see
is
that
one.
Mega World. Yeah, yung
That's right.
community base sa Mega World. Yeah, I can see that also. Shout
Oh,
out kay
yun.
Kevin. Sir Kevin, how are you? Interviewed
May
him
shout out
online.
na, di ba? And then what's next? Next after MREIT, we have another REIT, and then andito pa rin tayo sa income theme natin, no. We also like RCR, Robinson's commercial REIT. Last year, of course, it's very pronounced, no, that it was a tenants market last year. Maraming tenants na nag-aalisan, nag-rate shopping. But despite being a tenants market last year, RCR, Robinson's commercial REIT, was still able to increase their rental rates by good 4.6%. Again, 4.6% is not that bad, no. It's very impressive, especially if you are, sabi ko nga kanina, you are considering a tenant's market. Now, this significant boost will definitely impact their rental income, not just last year, but also moving forward. They were able to manage better rates from both new and current tenants, mainly because I was told again, because of our constant communication with the management. I was told their edge daw is really their modern, new, young, open-themed properties. So yun daw yung gusto ng karamihan ng tenants nila, and that's essentially what they're also trying to do moving forward. They like to continue building, constructing, developing open, young, modern developments, kasi yun yung Instagrammable, yun yung pinupuntahan, yun yung parang relaxing, no, to especially the mall goers. And again, sabi nga natin kanina, if Mega World is really known for the community, ganun din with the RCR, ganun din with Robinson's Land, no? They're very known, and they're also focused on growing their township projects. So yun, if you were impressed with MREIT's yield of about 8.3%, si RCR is actually doing pretty a little better, a tad better, because it's seen to provide us with a yield of about 8.6%. So
Wow.
we're now down. Yun, again, 8.3, 8.6. That's why inuna natin si REITs, no. We're down with two REITs. I'm left with my last stock pick. let's save the best for last, no. Medyo mahaba ang justification ko dito, but
Sige nga.
eto, China defense is the best offense. I'm not just talking about basketball, not just talking about winning NBA championships. I'm also talking about preparing for what's ahead. Again, 2024, while this is a brand new year, 2024 we're still seeing 2024. We're looking at 2024 still a year filled with uncertainties, no, and challenges. No? So that being said, you can never go wrong being defensive, and that's why you guys are seeing this very familiar logo, no, CNPF, Century Pacific Food Incorporated. No, it stands out as our top choice because it's considered as a consumer staple. When you say Century Pacific, the brand which comes to mind first and foremost would be Century Tuna.
Century
And
Tuna.
there's a reason behind that. May brand recall talaga, no? But what's important then dito, China, is the fact that they're not just tuna and tuna dependent alone. We like CNPF because of its diverse range of products which can adapt to the changing consumer trends, especially during tough economic crisis. No? They offer affordable, meron yung mga mid-level, meron yung mga premium brands catering to various markets. So high-end groceries, membership shopping, even down to the sari-sari store level, merong brand ang Century Pacific dyan sa mga levels na yan. And again, it helps them be defensive. Kaya nga defensive. It helps them stay afloat, and it helps them overcome these tough economic situations. No?
What I remember with Century Tuna also, Andoy, is that they have launched not just for the human food but the pet food. Yung cat food, right?
We're going to get there.
Okay, sorry.
That's okay. Again, that just goes. You know what we guys are, what we're really talking about, diba? Kasi our confidence kasi with CNPF goes beyond just this year. It goes beyond 2024 China. We see it as with a very strong position over the next 3 to 5 years. And again, pupunta tayo dyan sa pet food na yan. No? Number one, if you're going to recall, 2023, sabi nila 2023 was an El Nino year, but 2024 the Philippines is going to be hotter. No? And what we were able to find out, again, because of our constant, regular meetings, regular comms with IRs, with the management, it's easier pala to catch tuna kapag mainit ang panahon, because they end up going nearer the surface kasi mas mainit yung core, yung ilalim, no? And especially during El Nino. So kung mas madaling humuli ng tuna, this is actually good news for CNPF kasi, diba, parang mas maraming supply. Lower tuna prices should actually lead to consistently high profit margins. Mas mapapababa nila yung presyo nila kasi mas madali humuli, mas may volume sila. Which leads me to number 3. Ito, punta tayo dun sa point mo kanina, China. No? What sets CNPF apart from the competition is the fact that they're not solely reliant on tuna. Of course, they're very happy that it's going to be easier for them to get more fish. But ang nakikita natin dito is yung emerging segments nila. The meat alternatives, and of course yung pet food. That segment also shows promise. Going back to our stock picks, MREIT, it's now doing about 12. Ang target price namin dyan over the next 12 months would be somewhere within the vicinity of 14 to 14 pesos and 20 centavos.
This is
RCR, that's MREIT. RCR, it's doing about 4.7, 4.8 pesos. Over the next 12 months, the target is for it to go 5 pesos 70 centavos. That's RCR. And then going to our last stock, CNPF, right now it's doing 30.31. The target price of First Metro Sec is for it to, over the next 12 months, go to 34 pesos. And yun. Last slide. This is our summary of our top 5 stock picks for 2024. Again, from a defensive standpoint, there's Century Pacific and Converge. And then from a dividends standpoint, embracing the income theme, we like MREIT, we like Robinson's REIT, and of course, PLDT. So that's our fearless forecast for 2024.
Yeah, and that's Andoy's fearless forecast. Ando, how do you pick your stocks? Kasi, di ba, there was recently, there was an exhaustion now when it comes to, especially with REITs. So the market prices of REITs now are really low compared to like a few months ago and last year. And how do you see it coming into the next, like, coming months when it comes to like people, kasi recently we've been told na meron ng apathy sa market, and that's the emotion of the investors. How do you see it improve in the next coming months for the new year?
Yeah. What we really harp on, China, is the fact that, of course, we have to factor in emotions. No, the market responds not just from mere numbers, but the market participants, tayo, investors, your followers, your viewers, they're emotional beings. That's why, again, from a market education standpoint, what I normally preach is, if you have a system, if you develop a system, if you follow a system, you need to stick to that system. Kasi again, this is a totally different animal. When you invest, especially when you trade, emotions can screw you up. So while we are very appreciative, no, of these things, importante talaga that you follow processes, you follow a system. And hindi naman the market is really filled with a lot of strategies. Ang importante lang dyan is you pick that strategy that best fits your personality, best fits your lifestyle, best fits your portfolio, best fits your approach, no. So ayun, with First Metro Sec, what we do, it's really a combination of a lot of things. We're not chart centric, we are not heavy on fundamentals. What we normally do is we actually combine technicals and fundamentals, but from a platform perspective, dun din papasok yung enhancements na ginagawa namin sa platform, because even before AI, even before artificial intelligence came to play. Oh, may AI na talaga yung platform. If you don't understand, if you don't know how to chart, merong dynamic charts, merong AI to help you chart. Oh, are you looking at this for short term, medium term, long term? Then may mga recommendations, may mga patterns na ipapakita sa'yo. Fundamentals, ganun din. You don't actually need to start from scratch because they're already there. May mga consensus din, may mga market consensus. So hindi lang puro First Metro Sec yun. It's really a combination of calls from different analysts and even stock brokerage firms. So whatever really floats your boat, no. We have something for every single investor, every single trader, no matter which stage they are.
Thanks for that, Andoy. Now, for the last part of our segment, we believe here in Follow the Money, and especially in Fearless Forecast, that you can learn from the memes that you see in the market today. And I would like to show you a meme. Tignan mo kung one point in time that you have, you were able to relate to this. And what do you think is the wisdom behind it? Ayan na. Medyo ito na siya. Look, a shooting star. I wish my trading strategy worked. Lol.
This meme goes beyond the laws of physics, but it goes beyond the laws of physics. It goes beyond the laws of astronomy. But a lot of times, it makes perfect sense, China, kasi if you recall kanina, we talked about following a system. We talked about not falling for emotional traps, not falling for hype. Hindi ka sumusunod just because it's
The
social
bandwagon
media, or just because social media is talking about it, just because it's trending. No, the wisdom behind this very funny and very impossible meme is probably we can only do so much, China. Parang ito, ang core siguro nito is wish. Wish. You have a trading strategy. You wish it works, but nature, the market goes against you. A lot of times those things happen, and what we normally do, what most seasoned traders, what most seasoned investors do, they look back and check, teka, saan ako nagkamali, ano yung hindi ko na pick up, and let's do it again. Diba? I think that's the wisdom behind it. Parang the laws of nature can go against you, the laws of physics can go against you, the laws of the market can go against you, but that's really how it is. You can't call it right 100% of the time. What's important there is yun, you stand up, you try to correct your system, and ask for help. Yun din yung maganda dito. I think, China, you're an instrument. You're becoming an instrument to gathering like-minded people together. So what we can probably take from this is, guys, you follow, you subscribe to Billionario TV, and hear insights from a number of people who are hell bent on providing you with trading guidance, whatever type of investor / trader you are.
Thank you so much, Andoy. So just to summarize, Andoy's fearless forecast is MREIT, RCR, and CNPF. We'll see that in the coming months or weeks. Thanks so much, Andoy, and I'll see you next time.
That's right. Salamat, Sheena. Thanks for the opportunity. And guys, again, please do follow and subscribe to Billionario TV for lots and lots of market guidance.
Thank you, Andoy. It's a pleasure to be graced by your presence today.
Thank you, Sheena.
Ayan na nga po, ang sinasabi nga ni Andoy is, defense is the best of offense. And maraming mga bagay na makikita tayo sa market this new year that would probably be an opportunity, and you should not turn your back in all those opportunities.